Welcome back to Practical AutoCAD and Inventor. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to create a dynamic block with a rotate action, perfect for those things like a compass rose. Let's get started. Before I demonstrate how to create this dynamic block, let me give you an idea of what it's going to do when we insert it. I'm going to go to a different drawing here, and I'm going to simply insert a compass rose and put it in the drawing. And so this is, obviously used to indicate on the drawing which direction is north. And I don't know, I'm a little particular about this, but I like my N to always be standing up straight so that it's easy to read. So what I'm going to do is, in this block, I'm going to set it so that when we come in here and change this dynamic block, that the N will always be upright and readable. Now notice that my insertion point is the center of this block, but up here at the top I have my grip or my glyph. When I hover over it, it gives me a little indication of what it's going to do. It's going to change the angles. So now I can pick that. If I turn my ortho off, I can change it so that whatever direction north is, I can indicate that with my arrow, but the N will always stand upright and be readable. So going back to the drawing here, I've already created all of my geometry and have it exactly the way I want it to look. But there's one more thing that you need to note. If I go to my style toolbox here, you'll see that I've created a style and I gave it the name script, and I associated that new style with the type, the font Blackadder, so that it has that kind of piratey look about it. And that's important because if I just went in and changed the style of the given text on standard to a different font, when you insert it, it's going to adopt whatever the standard font is in that target drawing. So it's important to create a text style that's going to have that font and give it something, give it a name that is descriptive. Sometimes I'll call it North Arrow. That way somebody might not try to purge that style and then cause problems in the drawing. So after you get your geometry created, the next step is going to be to go ahead and block the drawing. So I'm going to use the block command. On the insert tab here, I'm going to go to the block tool palette and then choose going to go to the block definition and choose create block to create the block. I'm going to give it the name, in this case I'll call it North Arrow. And then I'm going to pick my base point because I don't want it to be 0, 0 on this one, but I want it to be the center of that circle. So as soon as that center pops up, I can pick. Notice that it records the point there. I'm going to select all of my objects, and then I'm going to say OK. So it deletes it from the drawing, but again, it puts it in the block table that's here in the drawing. And now I can go in and I can use the block editor to access this block and make some changes to it. So I'll say OK. So now here we are again in the block editor, and I want to add a parameter and an action to get this to work. So over here on my tool palette for my authoring elements, I'm going to change back to the parameters panel. And the first one that I want to put in is a rotation parameter. Now again, anytime you put in a parameter, you want to give it a description so that a new user to this block will be able to hover over the grip and get a good idea of what that grip is supposed to do. So I'll say D for description on the command line there, and I'll add in the description rotate the arrow. Something simple just so that they know what it's supposed to do. And now it says to specify the base point. The base point is the center of rotation. It also happens to be the insertion point for this block. So I'm just going to come up here and make sure that it goes to that center again. And then notice that it's asking me to draw a circle. Now because I want my grip to be at the end point of this arrow, I'm going to make sure that I pick the end point of that arrow right there and get it. And now it's asking me on the command line for a default rotation angle. I'm going to go ahead and pick the endpoint of that arrow one more time, and then the last one is where do I want this angle placed. Now you might be thinking, well, I want it to be able to rotate 360 degrees. It's only showing 90 degrees. That's okay, it still works. Don't worry about that part. The important things are, notice that we have our center point as the center of the compass itself, and we have our grip up here at the top. Okay, so now the next thing we want to do is go ahead and add that rotation parameter. I'll go to action. So I'll go to the actions tab over here on my tool authoring palettes, and I'm going to say I want my rotate action. It's going to ask me to identify the parameter, which in this case is that rotate parameter, and then it asks me to select the objects that I want to rotate. And in this case, it's going to be everything except for the N. So I'm going to go ahead and select it all, and then hold Shift and deselect the N. So now the N is not a part of that selection set. Notice it says 1 found, 1 removed, 60 total, whereas it said 61 before. So all of these objects are 60, the N is 61, I removed it. And then when I choose, or when I hit enter, it creates that rotate action, and it shows me here what's going to rotate. If I wanted to, I could come in here and test it. I'm pretty sure it's going to work, so I'm just going to say, okay, close the block editor and save the changes. So now if I want to insert it to test it to make sure it works, I can go to insert this north arrow. When I pick it, it highlights the whole thing because it's a block, but if I come up here and grip, it's going to tell me what it does, and then I can rotate it any direction that I want. Now, if I want to go back in there and add a little bit more to this, I'm going to go back to the block editor, and let's look at that rotate parameter just a little bit deeper. So I'm going to select that rotate parameter one more time, and I'm going to use my Change Properties tool palette to look at it. So notice I've got my rotate parameter up here. Down here I've got my value set. So the angle type right now is none, but let's say that I only wanted this to be able to go every 5 degrees for some reason. I don't really want it to, but let's say I wanted to limit this so that it doesn't just go to any degree, but it goes only to every 5 degrees. I could come in here and say I want my angle type, instead of none, I can say I want it to be an increment. I don't want an angle increment of minimum or maximum, but a minimum or maximum, but maybe I do want that increment to be 5 degrees. So I'll hit 5, press enter. Notice now that it puts these little dashes like spokes all the way around. If I choose close the block editor and save the changes, now when I come in here, it will only allow me to rotate it to any one of those 5 degree increments all the way around. So just another thing that you can do to add, to give a little bit of usefulness to your blocks. I hope this helps. Thanks for watching.